Long Beach, Washington. I've got some property along the Washington coast within walking distance. My name is Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. What we do is we buy and sell raw land. We try to focus on unique and epic properties is what we like to say here. And so this one's pretty straightforward though. I mean, the location is really the selling point on this property. It is a buildable property. I'm going to talk about some of this in the video. I'm going to talk about development. I'm going to talk about how you can go visit the property on your own and a little bit more about our business. So we do offer more of a self-service model. I'm trying to share with you in this video, in the listing, everything I know about the property, some educational tidbits. It's going to help you do your own due diligence. So just stopping here for a second. This is the property here in the corner that we can see. I'll get to some more ground level aerial or ground level imagery here in a minute. But I do want to show you a bird's eye view. I'm simply using the GPS coordinates here to go locate the property on a map. Let me get you a bird's eye view. Like I said, we are within walking distance to the ocean here in like Loomis, Washington, Long Beach, Ocean Park. You can see here we're in Pacific County. So west of Portland, west of Seattle, along the beach here. Like I said, we really are. It's just lined. It's lined with public lands, right? With opportunities to access the water. I'll pull up the coordinates here on what is called Onyx Maps. This is a really helpful app if you're going to go visit the property. You can see I've got the upgraded version, and you can see when I zoom in, I can see property lines. And when I'm walking the property, you can actually see the dot on your phone, the little GPS thing tracking you, as you go across the property corner to corner. I don't know. There's some trash on the property. I don't know if it's from the previous owner, from the neighbors, or what. We see that a lot. I mean, it happens all the time. We're buying vacant land from people who have never used their property. They've maybe inherited it, whatever the case may be. They're ready to be done with it. So you can see there's public access points along the beach all over, conservation areas, and this is all accessible, Clipsand Beach and things like that. So then you've got the waterway over here as well. So really a cool location. I love the location. We did go, Washington's known for its wetlands, so we did send a wetland specialist out here and had great feedback. I've got it listed here. So we did a preliminary site visit before we bought this. And there's no sign of wetlands or other critical areas on the property or immediately adjacent to the west, north, or east. It's on high enough elevation coming down the slope. You can read this from State Route 103 that she believes it's above dry ground and well above the fluctuating water table. So plants are all upland species saying, hey, there's no signs of water on the property. What does this mean? This is great news for development, great news to install a septic system, great news to install a well, right? You can see as well that you should be clear here in terms of critical area concerns. So this is common if you're familiar with developing in Washington. You need to make sure you're clear of those critical areas. This property on the surface from a preliminary site visit does in fact look good to develop, right? To build on. Something I want to show you on Onyx Maps as I zoom in here, and I'll open it up on Google Earth too. You can see the neighbors have all built something, indirect that you can do. You can see the neighbors have all built on similar properties. There's mobile homes back here. There's stick-built homes on all similar size properties. And behind this lot, the ownership is, a guy owns a large 10-acre chunk of land. It looks like it's developed over here. More than likely, your backyard in my lifetime will probably stay the way it is. If not, well, you've got a great land investment that's part of a new subdivision that's going to be worth a lot more today. So you're probably looking at having a backyard where nobody's at. If you want to look at parcel lines, you need an official survey if you're going to develop. It looks like there's already a driveway to the property somebody's put in. And I'll pull up some more photos talking about it. But some other selling points on this property here in a second, you can camp. You can RV and camp on this property. That's a huge selling point, right? There's power lines along 198th served by Pacific County. North Beach Water has a 2-inch main line running down 198th Place based on their district map. So public water should also be available. These are huge. These are really great things for one development or using like a mobile home. So here's 198th here. So things are really lining up. Obviously, call the county, verify this information, but this is all from our due diligence that we want to share with the consumer at the end of the day, right? So what we're looking at here is an investment property, great for camping, great for RV usage, great for long-term investment. You're close to the coast. There's only so much coastal property, right? If you're looking to build, maybe you want a rental, an Airbnb, a vacation spot, this also knowing that it's not wetlands, knowing that it's served by public utilities, that all bodes well for development. So, the last thing I want to do is go through some more photos. Like I said, this is aerial imagery of the property. You can see that little driveway we're talking about here. The neighbors, look to be pretty close. As I said, you can imagine nobody's used this property for a long time. So your neighbors start to inch a little bit closer and closer to the property line, but you can see everybody's sticking pretty close within their properties. I know our feedback was there might be some like trash and junk that's been left on the property. It really just needs to be cleaned up at the end of the day. We've got some good photos. I'm just clicking through it. We'll add these to the website. I noticed they weren't on the website. This is the property here. You're looking at the front end of it. I don't know if that's on our lot. I think that's across the street. Maybe they're getting that dumped away. Just click through some of this again. Here's that little driveway. Here's our lot. Nice vegetation. Needs to be cleared a little bit. You can probably pull up a camper and RV in this slot right away, though. So that offers a lot of promise. Like I said, a little bit of trash and stuff on the property needs to be cleaned off. It needs some TLC at the end of the day. Like I said, there's people selling these properties who haven't been to them in decades, right? They maybe inherited it, whatever the case may be. Somebody needs to go out there. Somebody needs to take advantage of the property, clean it up, and make it their own, put a little TLC into it, or you're sitting on it as a long-term investment. So again, a lot of opportunities exist. Camping, RVs are allowed. You don't see that in a lot of areas. So that's something that's really good to see. You can RV and camp. It provides immediate use. You don't need to build to get close to the beach. You don't need to build to have a fun recreational land investment that's going to be worth something down the road. It's going to be worth something for the next generation, right? And in the meantime, you can use it. You store your boat, you put a shop on it, you build a home, you put a mobile home on it, or you just RV and camp, right? Whatever your intentions are, this property checks a lot of boxes for a lot of folks here. So like I said, you're close to the beach. We're in a good location here in Washington. We offer seller financing here at Wilco Land. Get with me or get with somebody on my team if you have questions. Like I said, I do have other properties out here in Washington, in Oregon too. Take a peek at the website. We do offer more of that self-service model. Feel free to go visit our properties using those GPS coordinates and let me know if you have questions. Hope to hear from you. 605-250-1256. Thanks.